Good morning, folks. Welcome into Compute This. Happy Easter. I hope everybody out there is enjoying some good time this morning with family. Good morning, folks. Welcome into Compute This. Happy Easter. I hope everybody out there. I hope you all have a happy Easter. We've got a lot of stuff to go over this morning with family. This is morning, folks. Welcome into Compute This. Happy Easter. Everybody out today. When most radio people, they're going to phone it in. They're going to run a best of. You know, and it's hard when it's like, this is the best of last week's news. You know, it's like, wow, the best of last week's news. You know, wow, that's great. You know, meanwhile, we've got really important things going on. Now, it's Easter. We're going to keep a happy spin on things, but just to give you an idea of some of the stuff that we have on the agenda today, we've got the NSA tools leak. Now, you've probably heard about this if you've been watching any news or something, but sometimes it's hard because there's so many leaks now that it's hard to keep up with, like, oh, wow, this leak, that leak, you know, whatever else. So the NSA leak was an actual set of tools. This is like, if you have a toolbox on the back of your truck, this is the difference between the previous leaks. The previous leaks, they said, you know, here's how you use a Phillips head screwdriver and here's how you use a pair of pliers. But they didn't actually give you a Phillips head screwdriver and a pair of pliers. This leak is like someone stole the toolbox off the back of the truck and said, wow, these are really easy to make. I bet we can make them and give them to all of our friends. I mean, this is going to be serious. So we're going to have some very specific things that you need to do, that you need to do this week to make sure that your computer is safe. These leaks are the real deal. They will allow a hacker to take complete control. In other words, move your mouse on the screen and browse your files like you're on a Schrock desk. Complete control of your Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows Server 2008 computer. No joke. And of course, your Windows Vista computer if you're still using that. And Windows XP too, whatever. So we're going to tell you all about what's going on there. You know, I know it's Easter, so it's probably not a good idea. I don't know, a good idea. Maybe it's not the best taste to talk about the rapture on Easter, you know, but Facebook is having a rapture of its own. So if you're watching us right now on Facebook Live, love to have you there, facebook.com/Schrock Innovations. We got 5 of you on there right now taking a look at the live stream. That means you weren't in the rapture. You didn't get taken. USA Today would love to have you on their Facebook feed. We're going to tell you what's going on with that. By the way, you can call the program. We are live this morning, 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. You can also email the program, Thor, Thor, at SchrockInnovations.com. Remember, Schrock is spelled S-C-H-R-O-C-K. And that'll get you in the drawing for a $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate, good for anything your heart desires over at the Service Center. So also, I'm going to mention here that if you comment in, remember, Schrock is spelled S-C-H-R-O-C-K. We'll also get you in the drawing with those comments on Facebook. We haven't always told everybody that in the past. We do get a lot of comments. We're averaging about 80-something comments per show. It's pretty good stuff. So last week we actually had a comment on some, I think it was, oh gosh, who was that? Somebody said, hey, I want to have an i7 gaming computer. i7 is the Intel Core i7 processor. And I said, i7 is so fast. I said, you need to get an AMD Ryzen chip. And I tagged AMD Ryzen in the comment. And AMD, like the company, AMD actually liked that comment. So it's pretty good. You never know who you're going to run into on Compute This. You got the AMD listening. You got people from all around the country watching on Facebook. You know, that's the other thing that's kind of cool is people check in on Facebook and they're like, hello from wherever I'm at. And sometimes you get foreign countries in there and you're like, oh my goodness, this is getting out of hand. So facebook.com/Schrock Innovations, where all that fun is at. Also, something we've been doing here lately, and we still don't know what we're going to call it. The leading contender was a suggestion that we got during the show last week on Facebook, and it was called After Schrock. And the lovely Kimberly hates that. She goes, that is so stupid. And I'm like, After Schrock, like an aftershock? You know, it's like, oh, that's I thought that was kind of catchy. I don't know, maybe, am I getting old? She seemed to insinuate that when she said that. But anyway, so we do a little piece after the show about what's going on. So we're going to tell you this week after the show, if you stay tuned, Facebook Facebook.com/Schrock Innovations. The lovely Kimberly and I have been enjoying a series that you can binge watch that you'll probably like. If you're an Elvis fan or a Johnny Cash fan, you're going to like this series. So we'll tell you about that after the program. It's not really computer related. You see, that's what the after the show thing is for. It's other cool stuff that doesn't really fit into the NSA lost all their tools. It doesn't fit in there. So we're going to tell you about that also. Coming up on the program as well from the Schrock Interactive team, we've got some news on the web development front about some things if you have a business or a website or a church website that you maintain, some stuff that you need to know about there as well. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Of course, coming up right off the top here, we've got the Ultimate Upgrade sale. Ultimate Upgrade is still going on at Schrock. I don't know for how much longer. Everybody keeps asking, well, how much longer? How long is the sale going on? Here's the thing. As of yesterday, we had about 9 solid-state hard drives left, and that's what the key for these computers. That's what it really is. Without the solid-state hard drive, it's literally a $500 laptop. With the solid-state hard drive, it becomes something really special. And let me explain it. The Ultimate Upgrade sale is the opportunity that you can trade in any old, tired, worn-out computer. This is really key right now because if you have a Windows Vista computer, they're dead now. You should not use them on the internet. So if you have a Windows Vista computer, you can trade that sucker in for a credit toward a brand new Schrock modular computer, your choice of a laptop or a desktop, but it doesn't have to be Vista. Coming up in the story on the NSA, we're going to explain to you why you might want to think about trading in that Windows 7 computer or even the Windows 8 computer to pick up something with Windows 10 on it. If you tried to upgrade to Windows 10 on your computer but it wasn't compatible, this NSA story is a really great reason why you want the new security that's included in Windows 10. But you can trade in any computer. We don't care what kind of condition it's in. We don't care if it's a Mac or a PC or a VTech. Last year somebody actually traded in a VTech. It's one of those little kids' computers, the Learn and Seek laptop or whatever. We're like, really? Oh my gosh. But somebody, hey, we said it. What kind of condition it's in. Okay, we'll trade that in. But you can trade in any old computer you want. Get a brand new computer from Schrock for $449. And the big deal here is the new computer comes with a solid-state hard drive. Now, solid-state hard drives make computers faster, much smoother to operate, very quick on the draw. Well, everybody says, "Oh, Thor, I don't need the speed," or my computer's already faster than me. Solid-state hard drives make computers faster. Fine. That's not the case for everybody, okay? So if you type and your computer has to catch up with you, or if it takes your computer, 15 minutes to, for example, drop my computer in, set my laptop down this morning to get everything going for the Facebook live stream, I was 5 minutes early. That never happens to me. Never. You know why I'm 5 minutes early? I forgot to shave. I didn't shave this morning. That's why I'm 5 minutes early. I'm like, where did the 5 minutes go? I had this planned out. But anyway, so I got in this morning, got my laptop set up, opened it up 5 minutes early. What am I going to do? Well, let's get it set up. And it said, needs to update. Oh, man. Normally that update on a regular computer, a Windows update, think about how long your last Windows update took. What, 15, 20 minutes? With a solid-state hard drive, my computer did its entire Windows update in less than 3 minutes. I was still 2 minutes early. How about them apples, right? So that's the difference that a solid-state hard drive can make. So if you go to the box store and you say, hey, I want to look at a computer, I want a 15-inch screen so I can see it, right? I want to be able to see what I can see, but I want a solid-state hard drive too. What is the cheapest computer? I don't care about any other specs. I don't care how much memory. I don't care about the hard drive. I don't care about any of that stuff. What's the cheapest computer you can put me in? Answer? Usually around $800. $800. Again, the Ultimate Upgrade on special at Schrock. We have about 9 left right now. We might be able to get more. We won't know until Monday if we can get another batch of the solid states. But right now we have around 9 left for $449. Now, here's the thing. Today is Easter, and even though I'm here because, people count on me, right? You guys need to know about the NSA stuff. You need to know what to do with your computers to keep it safe. You need to know about the Facebook rapture. These are things that have to be injected into our brains, right? Even though I'm here because my staff count on me, right? I can come here in the morning, I can chat with you for a little bit, I can go home and have a great day. My guys have to stay in the shop all day, they don't get to come and go. So I gave them all the day off. It's Easter, right? Come on. So we're closed. So Schrock Innovations is closed today. So don't try to go in. But here's the beautiful thing. SchrockInnovations.com is open. And right now you can actually order your computer online at SchrockInnovations.com. You don't pay anything extra. There's not a convenience fee. It's not like, this isn't Ticketmaster. Come on. You're not going to you're not going to pay the convenience fee or the ticketing fee or any of that garbage. There is a shipping fee if you want us to ship the computer to you, but it's pretty reasonable. The shipping on the laptop is like $15. And when's the last time you shipped anything but a t-shirt for $15? So, I shipped a magazine last week for my son, and they charged me $5.88 in shipping. But it's pretty reasonable for a magazine. Like, did you put it in a box? What? It's a magazine. It's a football card price guide. $13.88 for a magazine. Sorry, a tangent. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Those are the numbers to join us this Easter Sunday on the program. So basically, the Ultimate Upgrade is on special. If you call in, you can get a $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate that you can use on Monday toward an Ultimate Upgrade if you want to. Kind of a little tip there. But you can order online on our website, and then enterprising minds might notice on the home. If you call in, you can get a $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate. Let's say it rhymes with coupon. I can't think of a word that rhymes with coupon. Yeah, you can't say that on the radio. See, you're trying to get me bumped. You're trying to get a boop. Yeah, no. You can't say that. I'm like, like the mustard, really. No. So I can't think of a word that rhymes with coupon. Call me and tell me a word that rhymes with coupon that you can say on the radio, and don't make me beep. But no, there's a coupon code on the homepage, guys. So just eyeball for that, and you can put that little coupon code thing in there. There's also some upgrades that you can do to the computer if you want to. Even though this is a special deal for the Ultimate Upgrade sale, you can double the memory for $80. That goes up to 8 gigs of RAM for $80. Here's a fun thing to do. Go to the box store, look at an 8 gig stick of RAM. What's it going to cost you? $80. Wow. You can double the size of the solid state to 250 gigabytes. $80. Go on to Amazon. Look up a 256 gig hard drive. It happens to be about $80. How about that? So pretty good deals. You can add the DVD drive if you want it on the desktop. The laptop comes with it. You can have the card reader on the desktop if you want it. The laptop comes with it. It's all built into the laptop. You got to add some stuff to the desktop if you want it. Most people don't anymore though, so we just let you add it if you want it. So 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. There's a lot of 1110s in there. But those are the numbers to join us on the program, and of course ask a question, make a comment, we'll put you in the drawing. So enough with the marketing schmoobity. You understand. Limited quantity. They're almost gone. Got to come buy it now. Go to SchrockInnovations.com because we're closed today. Order online. The whole bit. We can ship. So if you're... Oh, that's another thing. I do have to say this. If you do buy one and you're not geographically close, like if you're going to have us ship it to you, you don't have to ship us your tray. Like I said, we don't do anything with the trays. We don't take parts out of them and put them into your computer or anything. We literally recycle them. We're just trying to make sure that we recycle as much e-waste as we generate. This is one of the ways we do that. So it's not a huge deal. Like if we send you your computer, you don't have to ship us back another computer in a box or anything like that. All right, so NSA. There was a great press conference this week. Did you hear the CIA press conference? Okay, so the new director of the CIA comes out and says, literally, this was refreshing because he's like, hello, I'm the director of the CIA. We don't spy on you through your microwave oven. He actually said that. It's kind of funny. Our job is to steal stuff. Our job is to steal stuff from people who don't want their stuff stolen. Our job is to lie, cheat, steal, and sneak and take things that we're not supposed to have. And if I might say so, we are dang good at our job. That's pretty much what he did. Mic drop. And it was a great press conference. It was really inspiring. It was nice to hear. Hey, we don't spy on domestic people. We spy on foreign people. Our job is to steal stuff. When Edward Snowden and WikiLeaks start dumping all the secrets on how we get our intel, that's kind of a problem. That there are foreign intelligence, an adverse foreign intelligence agency. They are opposed to us. They are against us. They are hurting us. Therefore, and contrary to popular movies, we don't have a giant paramilitary force that we can, go gallivanting around the globe and killing anybody we want. That's a movie thing. Looks great on the silver screen. Not so hot in reality. So it was a great press conference. But then the next day, there's a dump of the NSA tools. Now here's what happened. A group online on the dark net released a cache of all the tools the NSA uses to spy on Windows computers. All right, so let me give you an example here. So the SWIFT banking system is the electronic transaction processing house that is the global transaction processing house. Every transaction goes through SWIFT. The United States has front door access to that software. We can call SWIFT and say, we need to know all the transactions from Yassif Hukabulu, and they'll tell us. But in some cases, apparently, the NSA likes to have backdoor access to that information so no one knows their logs. And so what they do is they have a little hack they run on the computer, and they take control of the server, and they go into the server, they look up what they need, and they're in and out. No one even knows they were there. They can do this to any Windows 7 computer, any Windows 8 computer, and any Windows Server 2008 computer. For starters. Of course, XP, of course, Vista, that's assumed. They're both dead operating systems. You shouldn't be using them anyway. You deserve to get hacked. But anyway, Windows 7 is considered a pretty secure system. Now, let me give you the rundown here. When we have customers, like we got an email this weekend, and it's a terrible situation, but customer has a computer. Her husband has passed away. She does not know the password to the computer. Is there any way that we can get into the computer? Well, there's an adage that says, given enough time and enough money, anyone can do anything, right? Terrible situation. So can we get into the computer? What's the operating system? It's Windows XP. Well, the good news is we don't need a lot of time, and you won't need to spend a lot of money. You can do it for about $50, and we can have it done while you wait. Give me like 30 seconds. No joke, 30 seconds. That security on Windows XP was considered top of the line 15, 20 years ago. It was impenetrable back then. Then we have Windows Vista, which is now gone. Then we have Windows 7. Again, the security that was the big tout. Windows 7 is so much more secure than XP. The security is just bam. It is better. The security is better in Windows 7. It does take my guys like a full minute to remove any passwords you might put on the computer and get access to your data. You have BitLocker? Yeah, it might take us like 5 minutes to decrypt that. It's going to be a pain. Might have to send that to the data recovery lab with the really smart guys. Work on it. But anyway, we're going to have to decrypt that. And people think they're safe. And then Windows 8, it uses the same security that Windows 7 used. Windows 10 is the real deal. Windows 10 is a whole different operating system than Windows 7 and Windows 8 was. And as a result, that new level of security that's in place, it makes it harder to penetrate those computers. That's why these NSA tools don't work on Windows 10 systems. Only on systems in countries where people don't upgrade their computers. Because Windows 7 is all I need. It's awesome. So these tools, this is literally a tool that you can use. That you install the tool, you open the tool, you put in the target address of the computer you want to go after, and you hit go. And you're in. So the big danger here is these tools are now on the darknet. They are available. And let's just say that most members of the darknet, most people who surf about on the darknet where you can buy anything that humanity's depravity can come up with, they're not in church this morning. They're not hunting for Easter eggs this morning. Most members of the darknet, well, maybe for a different kind of Easter egg, coding joke, but they're out there figuring out how they're going to use this software to make money. Now, they don't care about what you have on your computer or what I have on my computer or even what Gary Saddlemeyer has on his computer. They don't care. They do care like what Hillary has on her computer, as we all found out. They care what Donald Trump has on his computer. They care. Imagine if somebody hacked Donald Trump's Twitter account. Would you know? Would you know if they hacked it? I mean, really, that's outrageous. He hacked? The other day I saw cussing on the Mean Streets of Omaha's Facebook page. And I'm like, they don't ever cuss on that page. Did they get hacked? Could you do that with Donald Trump's Twitter account? I don't know. But anyway, so they do care about what these big important people are doing on their stuff. So they don't care about the information on your computer. So you don't have to worry that they're going to steal Aunt Flo's potato salad recipe or whatever other vitally important information. Your 23andMe genome is safe on your computer. What they do want to do is get your computer open so they can disable your antivirus and directly install a virus on your computer that encrypts everything and makes you pay a ransom to get it back. That's a monetary gain. If they can infect 100,000 computers, there's a good chance that at least 10% of them will pay the ransom. At $600-700 a pop, and you can infect them 100,000 at a time, that's pretty good money. Now let's take this story and let's set it aside for a moment, and let me remind you of the story I brought you a few weeks back about the ransomware as a service. So there are people out there who have ways to infect computers. And there are people out there that have ransomware software that encrypts your hard drive and charges you a ransom to get your valuable data back. But they're both missing a piece of the puzzle, right? So the guys with the virus can't get into people's computers, and the guys that have access to people's computers don't have a virus. So what if, wow, let's have a merger. This is great. So now, the ransomware guy said, for the low price of 25% of your take, you can use our ransomware, and you can infect as many computers as you want with it. You get 75% of the haul. Isn't that awesome? And they actually pay. They don't double cross their people. They actually pay. They're honorable thieves, apparently. And so what you're going to have happen is in the industry what we call script kiddies. The script kiddies are hackers, crackers, if you will, that don't know how to do anything themselves. They couldn't code their way out of a paper bag if they tried, but they're good enough to tweak somebody else's stuff, to make somebody else's computer do the things that it needs to do. So the script kiddies are coming. They're going to take this software, they're going to use it for their own devices, they're going to send it out onto the internet, they're going to infect computers. So here's what you need to do today. Okay? Right now, it's Easter. So let's get the timing down on this. These were released the day after the CIA, the director of the CIA, mic dropped WikiLeaks and everybody else. It came the week after a patch Tuesday, because Microsoft only patches Windows once a month, second Tuesday of every month. My computer just finished installing its patches, as yours. Then, Easter's weekend. So how many people do you think are at Microsoft right now working feverishly to fix these vulnerabilities on Easter weekend? Ain't happening. Easter weekend. So here's what's going to happen next week. Monday's going to hit. And it's not just Windows. There's all kinds of vulnerabilities in third-party software. Flash, Java, Dropbox, Skype, all those programs that we all have them on our computer, and they can all be vulnerable. So here's what's going to start happening on Monday. Companies, this next week is going to be the most epic patch bomb dropping week you've ever seen in your life. Everybody's going to patch everything. And in fact, Microsoft, I bet you $4.93. That's what I got in my pocket. That Microsoft releases an out-of-band update. That means they're not going to wait for the next patch Tuesday. They're going to release an immediate update as soon as they can on some of these things. Because the vulnerabilities are so egregious. And they're in the wild. They're being used right now. So you're going to see Windows patches. Your Windows operating system is going to take care of those patches for you. You don't have to do anything for those. You're going to see patches for all kinds of third-party software. So I know I'm preaching to the choir here a little bit. Easter Sunday joke. But if you have Secure Updater, you're okay. All of your third-party stuff is going to be pulled into the computer just fine. It's going to update itself. You're going to be good to go. If you don't have Secure Updater, if for whatever reason you have not installed it, go get the 2-week trial. Don't pay for it. Don't buy it. Don't do anything with it. Get the 2-week trial. Take the 2 weeks that you are owed, by golly, and then let it go. Uninstall it after that. Get through the next 2 weeks. I'm asking you to protect your computer for the next 2 weeks because there are going to be an unbelievable number of patches. Check out Secure Updater. Now you can learn all about it. If you want to download it and install it and everything, you can learn all about it at secureupdater.com. 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 You can download the free trial there. It doesn't cost any money. They don't ask for a credit card. Nothing like that. There's no shenanigans there. You install it on the computer. It does its job. It'll tell you what a great job it's doing. It'll ask you to buy it. But if you choose not to, you just uninstall it and it leaves you alone. So straight up, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, install a free trial with Secure Updater to make sure you get the patches that you need, because next week is going to be intense as we recover from this big bad NSA leak. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Let's jump into the phones real quick here. Dan, you're the first caller of the program. How can I help you today on Compute This? Because next week is going to be intense as we recover from this big bad NSA leak. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Let's jump into the phones real quick here. Dan, you're the first caller of the program. How can I help you today on Compute This? Because next week is going to be intense as we recover from this big bad NSA leak. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Let's jump into the phones real quick here. Dan, you're the first caller of the program. How can I help you today on Compute This? Because next week. Okay, so basically you've got a piece of malware on the computer somewhere that's reinstalling or messing with the Chrome settings. So here's the thing: when you uninstall and reinstall Google Chrome, it doesn't get rid of the settings. So the settings are saved in the app data folder. And so you uninstall Google Chrome, and then when you reinstall it, it says, oh, these were the settings you had last time, like your home page and things, and it'll bring a lot of those settings back. So what you want to do inside of Google Chrome, first off, you need to make sure that your Mac is nice and clean. So there's a number of, with Macs it's a little more complicated, but you should be running antivirus on your Mac. We do have a version of Semantic Endpoint available for Macs. We do have to install that over the Schrock desk. You can't buy that version from our website because it's a Mac thing. It's too complicated to explain, but it's a Mac thing. It's a Mac thing. You wouldn't understand. But you need something on there. There's Clam antivirus and some other stuff that you can download that's free that'll get you through the Easter weekend here. But basically, if you grab that antivirus, you can install that on your computer and scan your computer for malware and remove anything that it finds. But here's the thing: in your Google Chrome, you need to do a complete reset of Google Chrome. So you go into the settings by clicking on the menu thing in the top right corner, and then you go in there and you reset Google Chrome. It's going to reset all the default settings back to their original settings, and that should get rid of the problem for you, because uninstalling it and reinstalling it as you found won't fix it, because the settings are saved in a different folder. All right, sounds good. Anything else I can do for you today? Well, yeah, I guess you can stop by my house, Dan, but isn't that a little forward? Don't you take a guy to dinner first, or Easter Sunday or something? Dinner's going to be at 4. We're going to have ham. Thanks for the call, Dan. I appreciate it. All righty, 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. We got the reverb issue fixed on Facebook. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I'm trying to do many jobs at once. I don't want to make somebody come in and work on Easter. And I've said I need a producer on the show for a long time, because I'm doing all the settings here, and I'm switching the camera feeds, and I'm responding to comments over here. And yeah, I'm whining a little bit, but whatever. Audio's fixed at Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook and you couldn't take the audio, it's all fixed now. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Scott, you're next up on the program. What can I do for you on Compute This today? Very good. How are you? Happy Easter to you as well. Okay. I have not. Okay.
Twitter's adding accounts to your account. Okay. Oh, well, let's see what's up with that. You hold on and get to as quick as you can. Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy, this must be like breaking edge stuff, because there's nothing on the internet about it. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right, especially on Easter weekend, Okay, yeah, I'm finding some information. I changed my search term a little bit, and it looks like this problem started on April 13. So that was on Thursday. It was the first time it started popping up, and it's the Malwarebytes anti-exploit, which you figured out, that's causing issues specifically in Google Chrome, but probably if it's doing it in Chrome, also in Firefox. There's a big debate going on in the antivirus industry right now, because basically, Google is pushing everybody to go to secure socket layers on their websites, but antivirus companies, with a secure socket layer, what it does is it encrypts everything between your computer and the server, right? So your computer is sending information to a web server and then is sending information back to your computer, and it's all encrypted. And when it's encrypted, your antivirus program can't interpret what's happening. It doesn't know what website you're going to. It doesn't know what you're trying to do. And so in order to, protect you, it has to break your security. It's like burn the village to save it kind of stuff. So basically, it breaks the secure socket information, reads all your data, determines whether or not you're going to a safe website or a website that's going to exploit your computer. Now, Google and Firefox and everybody else is getting a little ticked off about this, saying you're behaving like a virus to protect people from viruses, and our browsers are designed to detect that kind of activity and block it. And so you need to stop. And they're telling everybody this, like they're telling Symantec this. Endpoint does the same thing. Every antivirus company does it. And so the browser companies, specifically led by Google, are saying you need to stop doing this because you're making the product less secure in an attempt to make it more secure. And the antivirus companies are like, well, how will we know if it's more secure if we don't break it and look, that kind of thing. So there's a battle going back and forth. So it looks like right now the situation is Google is preventing the breaking of the security, and as a result, Malwarebytes is preventing the load of the browser. So it's kind of a stalemate. So it looks like this is an issue that is happening on multiple issues or multiple versions of Chrome, multiple operating systems. It's a big deal here. So let's see if there's any fixes. Obviously, you came up with the fix. You can actually turn off exploit protection in your Malwarebytes, which reduces it a little bit. You don't need to pay for Malwarebytes. Honestly, the premium version doesn't give you anything that much greater, because you're going to need to run antivirus anyway. The Malwarebytes doesn't replace your antivirus, and all antivirus also has anti-malware in it now, unless you're one of the freebies, like AVG doesn't, but any paid version is going to do malware as well. Oh golly. Okay, so you're basically running double antivirus then. You could ditch the Malwarebytes altogether and actually speed up your computer. Not at all, because Symantec Endpoint is doing the same thing. It's just they're not preventing your browser from loading when they do it. They're a little bit better at it. All right, thank you for the call. I appreciate it, Scott. Got to take a quick break here on the program. When we come back next, the Facebook rapture. That's right, people. Facebook users are disappearing faster than North Korean missiles. Let me tell you, it's pretty serious, and we're going to tell you what's going on coming up next on Compute This.
No.
Oh, what?
You look like you're expecting me to say something.
Oh, you look like you were about to say something.
No. That's just my normal stupid look.
Was I not supposed to say anything about Korean missiles?
No.
Check. Oh, golly, we got all kinds of issues here. You didn't hear any of the callers, did you? Oh, well, that's what happens when I get here 5 minutes early. I don't check the microphone levels. All the wrong microphones have been on this whole time. Like, I was looping audio for the first part of the show. It was terrible. And now we've got, the whole time the studio mic has been on, but not the callers. So no one could hear the callers. So Scott had a call. They got the answers, but not it's like Jeopardy, All right, so yeah, this has been an Easter Sunday, hasn't it? I was wondering, I'm looking at our Facebook numbers, and I'm like, wow, we have some people watching, but nowhere near the normal number. I mean, where are we at right now? Let's see if we got any questions I can answer on here. Let's see. Keith commented earlier in the week. He said he was sick of seeing all of the video ads that you've been seeing on the internet lately. Had him install a plugin in his browser called AdBlock Plus, and that solved his problem for him. So if you're getting tired of all the web ads, or maybe you're tired of downloading the ads because you're on Cox and you have a data cap now, and you don't want to download the advertisements anymore, you can remove those from the download, and then you can only download the stuff you want to look at. Happy Easter, Myrna. Thank you for listening. She says, I love your show. Always learn lots. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then here's Jeffrey. Can't hear the callers via the stream. We're on it. Won't be able to hear your callers, but your audio is fixed. Yeah, we got that fixed, but we're gonna fix it good. So you're gonna hear Ann. Ann has a question coming up on the show. Her accounts are being added to her Twitter account. Well, that's a good. Anne's getting followers. That's a good thing, Anne. You're getting followers. You know. All right. So basically, hopefully, we'll pick up a few more live. The thing that's bad about this is, after the show, the audio goes or the video goes on Facebook, and we can boost it. We can push it out, but then the people listen to the first like 5 seconds, and they're going to hear that nasty loop, and they're just going to go away. And then we can't edit it once it's on Facebook. All right, we're getting ready to go back on. I'm going to get the correct microphone set up this time, and we'll be live here in just a moment to tell you all about the Facebook Rapture. Ask a question or make a comment, and we'll put you in the drawing.
Yours up for grabs. All you have to do is call the program, 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Ask a question or make a comment, and we'll put you in the drawing. You can also email the program, Thor, Thor, at SchrockInnovations.com. So far, no emails this morning. That's kind of interesting. But we do have Anne on the line. Anne, how can we help you today on Compute This?
Well, I have a problem with my Twitter account that I was hoping that maybe you could help me with.
All righty. What can we do for you?
So every so often, I find out that I am following about 125 or 250 more people than I ever signed up to, and I have to go through the list of people that I follow and individually delete people I've never heard of and from all around the world and in languages that I can't even begin to fathom.
Gotcha.
So I don't know where these accounts are coming from, how they're getting attached to me, and what I can do to change it. I had done a search on it before, and basically the only advice I ever got online was to change my password.
Yeah.
And that is supposed to solve the problem, but it keeps recurring.
Okay, so let me ask you: the people who are appearing, are they people who are following you, or are you following them?
No, it looks like I am following them, and I think it's like one of those computer bots that just goes out and grabs accounts to artificially inflate the popularity of, other people who pay for these services.
Yeah, see, usually the way that works, though, is the bots will follow you, and then they'll show interest in what you're doing. They'll post fake comments on your stuff and try to interact with you, and they're hoping for what in the industry what they call a follow back. Some people just automatically follow anybody back that follows them. So, you follow me, I follow you back. And then all of a sudden the bot has a whole bunch of real followers, and it's harder to figure out that it's a bot because real people who aren't bots are following it. And why would a real person follow a robot? So
the people that are following me, I actually know.
Gotcha. So that's insane. People, if your Twitter account is automatically following people, that's not supposed to happen. That's not a, I don't think that's a hack. I've never even heard of that happening. Let me take a look here. Let me see if it's happening to anybody else. That's the next thing we try here. So we're going to say Twitter automatically following bots. I'll call them people. Twitter support suddenly following users you don't recognize. Okay, so Twitter has a support ticket for this. Suddenly following users you don't recognize, scan for spyware or malware and take these 3 steps to secure your account. Guess what the 3 steps are? All right. First comment, they don't help. None of these tips helped. It's a Twitter bug, and don't call me Shirley. All right. It's also thanks to any apps you use when you log in using Twitter. All right. So do you, you know how sometimes you can click on login with Facebook with an app or something? Do you use any of those?
No,
Okay.
I use the Twitter app directly.
Gotcha. So it's not that. All right. So, and who are you people? SpongeBob meme. Already done, still happening. Change passwords, emails repeatedly. Nothing is changing. Help. Same thing happened to me. It eventually stopped happening. I've already done all this, and apparently there's something people can still do without you knowing. Put those millions of dollars to good use. Dang, still happening? He didn't say dang. I'm surely following hundreds of Arabic accounts. Can Twitter not do something to avoid this? Yeah, so you're not the only one. So it looks like there's definitely something going on in the Twitterverse that is allowing people to automatically cause people to follow them. And none of the normal advice appears to be helping. So unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do as a Twitter user until they solve that problem. That's kind of a bummer.
Well, then I guess, I don't know. I guess my next question then is, how secure is my account information if I keep, being exposed to all of these Arabic and kanji and like actual Indian accounts?
Right. Yeah. The basically anything that as a good rule of thumb, when you use social media, anything that is posted to social media anywhere, whether it is a private area or a public area or an area where you think no one will ever find it, always assume that that information is going to be found by somebody eventually at some point. So how secure is your information? It's not secure at all. You should not store anything important on any social media account anywhere.
I don't really. I really just use Twitter to follow football.
There you go. So yeah, and of course Donald Trump. You got to keep up on that. I have to admit, I was glued to the TV. On Saturday evening, Friday evening, just waiting for someone to launch something. I'm like, oh, it's going down. Something bad's going to happen today. We can go to sleep tonight and wake up and it's World War III. It's going to be bad. And then little Kim didn't do anything, and you're like, oh. That's sad. Well, thank you very much for the call, Ann. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
No, I'm sorry I couldn't do more for you, but, when you've got a bugged program, it's got a bug. Maybe it's the NSA. Maybe that's one of their tools that hasn't been released yet. All right, thanks for the call, Ann. I appreciate it.
That's exactly what I need, is to be following all of these accounts in Arabic and somehow end up on the Secret Service and FBI.
Yeah, no kidding. Next thing you know, they're going to drag you off a plane and knock your teeth out. I mean, it could happen. It has happened. And that was a doctor, Ann. Are you a doctor? I'm serious. I'm just saying. All right. Thanks for the call, Ann. I appreciate it. Happy Easter.
You too. Bye-bye.
All righty. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Speaking of buggy social media. Now, here's the thing. Ann had a point there in that when you have social media, they get paid based on how many followers they have, basically, how many users they have. And so when Facebook sells ads, I was talking during the commercial break about how I screwed up the audio on the stream. It's all fixed now. So if you want to tune back into the stream, I apologize. I was early today. I'm never early. If I'm in a rush, I always do everything right. And when I have time to think, I screw up. I need a producer. Anyone want to be a part-time producer that's skilled with computers? Let me know. Thor at SchrockInnovations.com. Anyway, the audio there is fixed, but all of these social media companies, they get paid when people like me place advertisements. So at the end of the show, I was complaining that, this is going to be terrible because the audio for the first part of our video for the show today is going to be messed up. And so if I put a boost on that later on, like I pay money to get it in front of more eyeballs on Facebook feeds, well, they're going to listen to the first 5 seconds of audio and they're going to hear that nasty loop and they're going to be like, ew, I don't want to listen to that. And they're going to turn it off. So I can't even boost it. It's a great show today. Important information that I just can't boost because, I screwed up. So as a result, that's not going to get boosted. Facebook's not going to get their $10. But basically what Facebook does at the end of the boost, they say, hey, we put it in front of, for $10, your video will be seen by 1,200 people. Okay, great. And that's an estimate. Well, where do they come up with those numbers? They know approximately how many people are on Facebook in an area and who are in the social circle that we're trying to target and how many people will turn on their Facebook over a 1 or 2 day period. They add all these numbers up and they come up with results. So the more people, the more Facebook users that exist, the more they can charge for the ad, right? But the problem is there has been some funny business going on with ad metrics in social media lately. You've probably seen there was who was the one that just went public? Oh gosh, what is it? Snapchat. Snapchat just went public, and all of a sudden, it's been revealed that they don't have quite as many users as everybody thought. That's a problem. And Facebook's got a new feature that is designed to specifically deep six Snapchat, and they now have more users on that feature than Snapchat has. But Snapchat's went public anyway, pump and dump kind of thing, make your money and run. Hope you didn't buy that. But all the millennials bought Snapchat because they all use it. And they're like, oh, I want to own the stock of a company that I use. That's great in theory, but you lost your money. But you have the stock. Good for you. Go millennials. Yeah, oh gosh, I'm just picking on you now. But Facebook is trying to proactively deal with this problem. They are attempting to go out there and find the accounts that are robot accounts, that are bots, that are not real, like the people that are following Ann, or that Ann is apparently following. You know, you can't hang out with Ann. She follows all kinds of weird people, from what I hear. I saw it on her Twitter account. It was really, really weird. I swear this guy was on a terrorist list or something. But you know, we have. This week, for example, we got one more like on our Facebook page. Yay! That takes us to 2,243 followers. So if you click the like button, it adds you to the list of followers, and then you're more likely to see things that we post. And we only post interesting stuff. Like, we don't... Today, Thor is going to be in the Omaha Service Center. Why don't you come see him today? Ha 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 ha. You know, we don't post, you know, stuff like that. We'll post stuff like, yo, hey, there's a patch. You need it right now. Get it. Or, hey, how about the immortality pill? The pill that you can take that will let you live forever. No joke. That's going to be in trials in the next 6 months, in human trials in the next 6 months. Not a joke. Real story. That's on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Schrock Innovation. Funny thing, I posted that article to the Schrock Innovations website and then linked to it from Facebook. And I freaked out my entire Schrock Interactive team. And I'm thinking they're freaking out because it's like an immortality pill, right? Who doesn't want the immortality pill? Well, you know, you could debate that. But anyway, no, they're freaking out because in the internet industry, when you have a page pop up on your website about pills, usually it's like a Russian hack, and you think your website's been hacked, and you start freaking out because people are posting pharmaceutical things on your website, you know, Viagra ads and stuff. And so the guys are freaking out. Then they realize, oh, no, this is a real story that Thor wrote. Oh, okay. No, freak out. Sorry, guys, I should have given you a memo. So Facebook today, or this week, has purged the accounts of many, many, many fake users. Now, everybody got hit by this a little bit because what the fake accounts do is they try to go out and interact with real accounts, people like Ann. They try to interact with people like Ann, but this particular bot network was trying to interact primarily with newspaper and publishing sites. So of all the things, you know, the New York Times actually went up a little bit in their Facebook followers last week. You know, the Washington Post was up quite a bit, but I think it was an anomaly, though. They're looking into why that jumped so much last week. But anyway, they're trying to figure that out. But USA Today, apparently, if you're a USA Today subscriber, you were taken in the rapture because almost half of their Facebook users were fake. Which is a big deal because some of these media outlets actually charge people to advertise to the Facebook stream. So yeah, you can pay to advertise in some media's Facebook streams. And if you think that they have twice as many followers as they actually have, that could be a pretty big problem. So now, I am very proud to tell you that, you know, literally you can go on the internet and you can spend $5 and buy fake Facebook users. For $5, you can buy thousands of them. Websites do it all the time. But we have 2,243 honest to goodness real people, real American people that follow us on Facebook. We didn't buy any of them. Not a single one. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Those are the numbers to join us on the program. Now, earlier in the show, while we had our audio problem, I talked a little bit about the ultimate upgrade. I'm not going to rehash all of it, but we'll find out Monday if we can get more of the solid-state drives. But as of right now, we have 9 left. So if you were thinking about doing an ultimate upgrade, we are closed today at the service centers. You know, it is Easter. I'm here. That's cool. But I'm not going to make my whole staff at all 3 shops show up on Easter Sunday. That would be a bummer boss thing to do. So we're not going to do that. But you can go to SchrockInnovations.com and pick up an ultimate upgrade there. Laptop or desktop, your choice, $449. Your trade, it's like you're getting $100 for trading in any old piece of junk computer. Now, at the beginning of the show, we talked about the NSA leak. We talked about how they lost their toolbox. And this is not like the previous ones. In summary, if you added up every leaked hacking thing that has ever happened in the history of computing and then doubled it, you still would not have the level of vulnerability that this week's leak had. This is not just another stupid NSA, CIA, WikiLeaks leak thing. This is the real deal. This is actual executable tools that any moron can use to access your computer. If you have Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows Server 2008. You are wide open. Doesn't matter what antivirus you run. Doesn't matter if you have Secure Updater. Doesn't matter. You are wide open. These are called zero-day exploits. Microsoft just did a patch Tuesday. They're not supposed to do one for another 3 weeks. It's Easter weekend. No one's working on patches this weekend. And the bad guys don't go to church. So they're working on vulnerability exploits this weekend. Yay! So here's the thing. If you have a computer that's running Windows Vista or XP, I mean, either one of those, you need a new computer. If you have a computer that's running Windows 7 or Windows 8 that you couldn't upgrade to Windows 10 for some reason, it's not a bad idea to trade that sucker in toward a new computer. Now, you can pick this up at Schrock for $449 with a solid-state hard drive. There's all kinds of add-ons. You can double the size of the hard drive. You can double the amount of memory. You can add drives. You can change things around. You can add keyboards, mice, monitors, the whole bit. It's a really nice sale. We do it once a year. It's called the Ultimate Upgrade Sale. And even though we're closed in the service centers today, you can purchase these online at SchrockInnovations.com. 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. Linda emails the program. Good morning, Thor. Reading as I think I had the wrong email address and sent my message to you. I do have an issue this morning. My new laptop is dark. Nothing on the screen. Any advice? Linda. All right. Your new laptop is dark, Linda. There's nothing on the screen. There's a button on the surface of the laptop. You have to, if you place your finger squarely on that button, right about there, and you depress the button, that's the power button. Oh, come on. I got to have some fun with it, Linda. No, your screen share, I'm sure you're pressing the power button. I'm sure it's plugged in. I'm sure you've got, everything taken care of and looking good there. So a couple things that you can do just to troubleshooting 101 here with laptops, especially laptops with removable batteries, which the Ultimate Upgrade, I'm assuming you have, does have. Go ahead and eject the battery. So in other words, if you can shut down the computer, shut it down. If there's nothing on the screen, it'll be hard to do. But take the computer, unplug the power from it, take the battery out. Let it sit for 30 seconds, a minute, somewhere, just enough to let it drain. Before you plug anything back in, press the power button. That's going to force all those capacitors to drain all the way out. Then put the battery back in and plug in the AC adapter again and try to turn it on and see if it powers on then. If it's not powering on, if you're getting lights and fans but nothing on the screen, that's one thing. If it's not turning on at all, if it's not doing anything, that's something different entirely. But either way, you got it from us. You have a 1-year warranty on it. It's a no-hassle warranty. We're going to get it taken care of for you. Just try that first. I know it's Easter Sunday, so it's kind of a bummer. Your laptop poops out on the one day we're closed, But if you try that first, see if you can get it up and running today, and then tomorrow let us know. And if there's something still going on with it, we'll go ahead and get you taken care of. Her previous email says, "Hi, Thor. I wanted you to know what a fantastic help Kyle has been to me the past few days." This is the second Kyle compliment we've gotten in this show. My goodness. I'm glad I gave him a raise before all this happened. Whew, it would have been so much worse. See if he listens to the show. I purchased the Ultimate Upgrade laptop and desktop. Yes, I had 2 trade-ins. Anyway, I picked up the laptop first and became frustrated that my Outlook calendar wouldn't sync with my desktop. So Kyle spent time with me to coach me through connectivity, and I finally got it to work. And after that, I did some research, and I found a third-party software that takes care of it all. I initially connected my calendars by exporting. She goes through everything she did. Kyle assures me I did everything right, and finally it connected. And now I have both computers on a 30-day trial of Simple SVN, a really slick way to sync info between the 2 computers. Endpoint says it's safe software. After my 30 days are up, I'm going to buy it for $42. I just wanted to make sure that you know what a gem you have in Kyle. He was kind, patient, knowledgeable, and did whatever it took to help me along. He did so on a day today that he was short-staffed in the Omaha store. Yeah, we had a sickness there. No complaints from him. I picked up my desktop tonight. Everything is working and is just great, and I love the solid-state quickness. Thanks for all your team does. Well, thank you for the call or the email, Linda. I appreciate it. And then I'm looking here, and I guess you said nothing is on your screen, and I assumed you had an Ultimate Upgrade laptop, but it looks like you have a desktop too. Obviously, if you have a desktop, don't try to pull your battery out because it doesn't have one. That might be a little confusing. The other thing is the Ultimate Upgrade doesn't come with a screen. We want to make sure that your screen is plugged into the back of the computer. You can power cycle the screen the same way you do the desktop. You unplug the power from the screen, let it sit for 30 seconds, and plug it back in. LED and LCD screens do go bad. And so every 3 or 4 years, you usually have to replace them. So that could be something we're dealing with as well. We can test that in the service center for you as well, on Monday, obviously. Not today, because we're closed, but tomorrow, Monday, we'll be open at 10 in the morning, 10 to 8. that we can go ahead and get you taken care of. So thank you very much for the kind words about Kyle. I really appreciate hearing that kind of stuff. It means the world to us. All right, 402-558-1110, 800-543-1110. One other thing, I try to do a piece every radio show on Schrock Interactive. And usually there's some kind of news or something that I can use to bring this all together. I could tell you all about how Google is going to start penalizing websites that don't use secure socket layers. You're going to get a big dangerous tag up in the top left corner that says that your site's dangerous because it's not encrypted, even though there's no reason you don't need to encrypt the website. So I could tell you all that stuff, but I want to do something a little bit different. And I'm not trying to be cagey about it. I just have to respect some people's privacy in regards to this. But a lot of us are going to be in church this morning, and a lot of us are going to be praying anyway. I have an employee in the Omaha Service Center on the Schrock Interactive team that is dealing with a life and death medical situation, and he would very much appreciate your prayers. It's something we had a week this week at Schrock that was just, if it could go wrong, the audio problems, that was just like the most recent part of it. Doesn't Sunday start a new week? Can't I say new week now? But if you could throw some prayers toward the Schrock Interactive team, I don't want to say who or anything or what yet, but prayers for good health and recovery would be good, because cancer is a pretty scary thing. All right, so we need to pick a winner of the Schrock Innovations gift certificate on this Easter Sunday. Today's winner, $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate. And congratulations, you got yourself $25. Kathy will get a hold of you on Monday to get you that gift certificate out. We're going to do the after the show thingy-mabobber. See, I don't know, after Schrock? Okay, so we said this in the beginning of the show. If you couldn't hear it because of the audio, we do a little bit on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, jump on real quick. Facebook.com/Schrock Innovations. You can do it on your mobile or whatever. And then we're going to do a little after the show thing. I'm going to tell you about a TV series that the lovely Kimberly and I have been watching that you can binge watch. It's only like 7 episodes or so. That's really, really good stuff. We're going to tell you about that, and we'll go on Facebook and answer any questions you guys are posing up there as well. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Easter. Make sure you take time to appreciate and enjoy your family today. That's the most important thing, and we'll see you again next Sunday for another exciting edition of Compute This.
This is Nebraska's news, weather, and traffic station. This is News Radio.
Now officially launched Facebook only. All right, let's see what we got here. Scrolling to look at comments. Sounds like the laptop is running, the screen is dark. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Linda. Linda, this is the Linda. Okay, so the laptop sounds like it's running, the screen is just dark, and she's going to do the battery thing once I find it. All right, when you flip the laptop over, the battery is on the back. There's a release clip, and it just slides off the back. It comes straight toward you. It doesn't go up like the old ones used to. It comes straight off the back. But try that. And Linda, if it's still not working right or something's wrong with it, just let us know. I mean, we haven't had any problems with them in the past with these laptops, these ultimate upgrades. But if there is a situation where the computer wouldn't be working right, we'll get it swapped out for you real quick. No big deal. All right. So Sai says, I run Avast. What kind of things will endpoint find that Avast does not detect? Well, starting off, malware. I don't believe Avast does malware protection at all. So if you're running Avast, you do need to run something like Malwarebytes with it. So that's important. Avast, I think Avast might do third-party software updating, so you may not need Secure Updater if you have Avast. So there's a trade-off there as well. So, all right. So I'm going to refresh here, see if there's any more comments. Now, one of the shows, the lovely Kimberly and I, we're at that weird in-between age where we still have Cox. We haven't cut the cord. We still can't quite, we watch a lot of Amazon too on demand, but man, I like to be able to watch shows and not have to buy them sometimes, but then you realize you're spending like $100 and something a month on cable, and how many shows could you buy for that? So we started watching a show on CMT, and you can do, if you have Cox, you can go on demand and get it. You go into on demand and you go into TV, then you go to music, and then to CMT, Country Music Television, and it is a show called Sun Records. So if you liked Nashville, if you thought that was a good show, Sun Records is really good. Sun Records is the company that discovered Elvis. It's the company that discovered Johnny Cash. I mean, so they have a dead ringer for Elvis. They have a dead ringer for Johnny Cash. I mean, these kids are amazing, and they actually sing, right? And and it's not a show you watch with the kids. It's got some adult situations. It's not lewd, but there are some adult situations, some infidelity and stuff like that. So you don't want to watch that with the kids. But if you're looking for something to watch today, if you binge watch something, spend some time with the wife or the husband and just kind of chill out for a while, it's a really good show to watch. I enjoyed it. We watched the first season. They're going to probably get a second season because it was that good. The music is great. The history is there. And they fictionalized it just enough to keep it interesting. I love that Colonel. The Colonel guy is crazy. All right, so let's see if we got any other comments here. Okay. Hi, Dennis. How are you? All right. Okay, no other comments. You guys are kind of quiet today, so I guess that's about it. So all 16 of you got nothing else to ask, huh? So all right. Have a happy Easter. And like I was serious when I asked for prayers. I guess I don't want to say who or what's going on with Schrock Interactive. We have an employee that might have not one, not two, but three different types of cancer simultaneously. And if you knew all the details, it's a story. It's one of those heart-wrenching stories. So we've been praying for him all week. But if you could, I guess, pray for someone. You don't know his name. You don't know who he is, but he's a guy that works at Schrock. Pray for the Schrock guy that's sick. And hopefully all together we can help get him some help that he needs to recover and come back from this, because it's a pretty serious deal. So, all right. In the meantime, we will be closed today in the service center. We'll be open tomorrow, Monday. Linda, especially if you have trouble with that laptop, bring it into us Monday. We'll take a look at it, and we will see you guys again here next week on Sunday. Have a great afternoon and a happy Easter.